Donnell Rawlings. Donnell Rawlings, who star of the Chappelle Show.
He's Ashy Larry.
He's Ashy Larry.
Ashy Larry of the Chappelle Show.
One of the funniest guys there is in a restaurant in
Philly
over the weekend.
Brotherly love, and not so much love.
He's enjoying his meal. He's got a bunch of stuff with him, a bag and a jacket because it's freezing cold there.
Sure.
He's sitting. We don't
Two
know,
sides of these stories.
We don't know what happens
yes.
until at some point he gets up and walks out.
Right. And then the video kicks in.
And then the video kicks in where a man from inside the kitchen at the restaurant is charging out.
Maybe a line cook, something like that.
And throws a punch at Donnell Rawlings.
Is it part of a scuffle or a haymaker?
So here's her story. This is the waitress's story. The waitress's story said she was serving him. He, in some sort of a verbal altercation, said, "I'm not going to pay for this meal," at which point he stood up and walked outside, and she chased after him and said, "You've got to pay for your check." He said something back to her. The kitchen staff comes out. Basically, a scuffle ensues.
Physical.
That's not his story.
He says, of course I didn't announce that I was leaving the restaurant and saying I wasn't paying for the tab. That's not how anyone dines and dashes. And moreover, I left my bag inside. I was going out for a smoke.
Yeah.
I was going out for a smoke in my meal.
And he did, in fact, leave his bag and his jacket inside the restaurant.
Though he's not smoking outside.
He's not smoking outside.
There are inconsistencies in both stories. And apparently we learned from Kelly this morning that there's a classic tip for smokers, I'm not a smoker, to leave a napkin over your drink to indicate to the server that you're coming back. You're just having a smoke.
So a couple things. The truth lies somewhere in the middle here. What seems clear to me is that there was some sort of verbal disagreement within the restaurant.
I don't doubt that.
The waitress and Donnell Rawlings were not getting along. They were kind of mouthing at one another.
That's where it gets murky, though.
Right. We don't know what happened. But he did leave. Now, it's possible he left with his stuff inside because in the heat of the incident, very angry, he forgot his stuff.
So it may not have been purposeful. It may not have been, I left it there as an indication of coming back, but rather in a huff, he left and forgot his bag.
I find that a little bit unbelievable, to be honest.
To me, that seems perfectly plausible, as a matter of fact. I think if you're in an altercation and emotions are running high, you dash out of the restaurant and you leave in a huff, and you may leave some things behind.
Now, there's some other people who think that this was race-based, that he's just going out for a smoke. They clearly disagreed in the restaurant. He's going out for a smoke. He's African-American. She was not. She thought, well, hey, this guy's dining and dashing. It's a racism thing.
I don't know about the area. I think of Philly as a very progressive city. I think of Philly as...
sure, but so's Los Angeles, so's New York.
I guess there could be incidents in little pockets. Sure.
Yeah, sure. So we don't really know what happened. It doesn't seem like it's going to be charges pressed, but it raises some really interesting issues about what you do when you're going to leave a restaurant. Yeah, what are you going to do when you're going to leave a restaurant, but you're not prepared to leave? And how is a waitress or a kitchen staff supposed to know who's leaving, who's dining and dashing, and who's coming out?
I think there are little social cues. Sometimes the law doesn't need to sort of clarify what this is.